Being an enthusiast, I've always been frustrated by the lack of information there is to find about Asian theme parks. You must do quite some research to find out everything there is. So that is exactly what I did. I decided to make a guide for all of you out of the information I obtained. So I hope you can appreciate my work. This is Asia. It's the biggest continent on the planet and has some of the most underrated and insufficiently talked about theme parks and coasters. I'm going to start off by dividing Asia into two parts, since both of these are regarded as two different destinations on the whole. The first is the Middle East and the second being East Asia. I will mainly be focusing on the major theme parks and roller coasters there is to find here in Asia, so parks with just a clone I will not be going to talk about in this video, as there is plenty to go over already. Let's go to the Middle East first. These are currently the noticeable parks and followed by these future projects. We start off here in Istanbul in Turkey. There are two major parks found here which are both owned by Via Development. The first is Via Sea and the second is Istanbul, previously named Vialand. Istanbul lays in the outskirts of Istanbul on the west side. It is a nicely themed park with 3 coasters, out of which 2 are family rides, and the star attraction is Nefeskesen, an intimate accelerator. Then we have Via Sea, a similar park also with 3 coasters, but this time the main coaster is Red Fire, also an intimate accelerator but with a completely different layout. Now we're moving on to Antalya, to a theme park called Land of Legends. This is a really pretty park and is currently home to 3 different roller coasters. One is an intimate water coaster, another is a family ride, and then you've got a mech hypercoaster called Hypercoaster, which is a Flash clone. Also they are opening another new ride this year, which will be a Gerstlauer family coaster. Then last up in Turkey we've got Anka Park. This is a park that was supposed to be open already, but it currently isn't open yet. That is due to political reasons, but they are set to open with 17 roller coasters, out of which the single best coaster is the 10 inversion coaster by Intamin. Next up we've got Abu Dhabi, which is home to 3 different parks. First one is Ferrari World Abu Dhabi, the second one is Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi, and the third is Yas Water World. Yas Water World is a water park that's only home to 1 credit, which is a Vekoma inverted coaster. Then you've got Ferrari World Abu Dhabi, which is home to 4 different roller coasters at the moment. So it's got Turbo Track, which is an intimate launch roller coaster. Then you've got Verona GT Challenge, which is a Mauer Rides dueling coaster. And then you've got 2 of the best coasters, which are Formula Rossa and Flying Aces. Formula Rossa is world's fastest roller coaster, which is located in this park. And next year they're opening Mission Ferrari, which is said to be one of the most technologically advanced roller coasters in the world. Next up you've got Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi. This is a cool looking indoor park and it's home to 2 roller coasters. One is an intimate suspended coaster and the other one is a sit down coaster. Both aren't that huge, but the park looks really nice. Next up we're moving up to Dubai, which has got 4 major parks. 3 of them are located right next to each other. One of them is Bollywood Park, which hasn't got any roller coasters, but it seems to have some really nice theming and it's got some proper cool dark rides. Then another park next to that is Legoland Dubai. This park is your standard Legoland park, but it's got some really nice sections, pretty cool dark ride, and it's got 2 different roller coasters. Then last up is Motion Gate Dubai. This park is really cool. There's something for everyone. It's a really family park. It's got some really nice dark rides. It's got some flat rides as well. It's got your water rides, but mostly it's got some really interesting coasters. One of them is called Dragon Gliders, which is an indoor roller coaster. It's a Mach inverted powered family coaster, just like Arthur at Europa Park. It looks really nice, and the entire indoor section with also Madagascar and Shrek looks amazing. In the Madagascar section there's a Gerstlauer Infinity coaster called Madagascar Mad Pursuit, which looks really awesome. It's got some really nice airtime and some tight curves. Then last major coaster is Capital Bullet Train, which is a Mac Mega coaster. This coaster has a 3 launch sequence and it's overall a really nicely themed area to look at. Overall this park has got 5 coasters and it just looks like a really amazing park in general. Then the last park in Dubai is IMG World of Adventure, which is home to 3 roller coasters. One of them is a spinning coaster, another one is a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, and the last one is Velociraptor, which is also a Mac Mega, which is a Blue Fire clone. Overall this park has got some amazing and outstanding dark rides, some nice flat rides, and a pretty awesome collection of roller coasters. This park is fully indoor besides Velociraptor, and it's the largest controlled environment park in the world. Then we know of 2 future projects coming to this area of the Middle East. One of them is Six Flags Dubai, which is going to be home to some really cool coasters. We currently do not know much about it yet, but we do know it's going to have an RMC that looks similar to New Texas Giant, so that's going to be a sick ride. And yeah, as I said, we don't know much about it, but we'll hear some more about it in the future. Then lastly, we've got a really interesting coaster at Qatar. They're building a really cool mall, and underneath the mall there's going to be an amusement park with a really nice coaster. I haven't really heard anyone talk about it, but it looks really sick. Anyway, that was all we're going to talk about in this part of the Asia theme park and coaster guide. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you learned something from it, and I thought I'd just share this as the first part of this possible series, depending on if you guys like it or not, or if it's going to pick up well on views. So give it a like if you liked it, comment what you want to see more in the next videos relating to this, or future uploads in general. I really appreciate you watching this. I put a lot of work into this. This basically took like over 6 months to make. Now I've had some setbacks during this video, but it took a really long time to do. So I hope you appreciate it, and yeah, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Tiny fractures.